Merry Christmas, the internet, and this is the complete history of the Grinch, created by the Welblius Theodore Seuss Geisel, better known as Dr. Seuss. Theodore is not only responsible for his famous children's books like The Cat in the Hat, Horn Who, The Lorax, and many more, but also for his strange and surreal style. In 1955, Dr. Seuss wrote a poem called The Hobo and the Grinch, which featured a character called the Grinch. But the Grinch himself wouldn't take flight in popularity until 1957, when the Doctor wanted to make a story about the commercialism of Christmas. He created a character in the vein of Scrooge of A Christmas Carol. In November of that year, the Grinch got his big break with How the Grinch Stole Christmas, as it follows the titular Grinch, a mean-spirited creature who tries to steal Christmas from Whoville. Like with most Dr. Seuss books, it features a strange and unique art style from the characters to the buildings to even the natural stuff, as well as being in rhyme with made-up words. The book became another of Dr. Seuss's big hits, appearing in many lists of famous children's books, but the Grinch's popularity wouldn't fly high until 1966, when an animated special of the same name aired on CBS, directed by the legendary Chuck Jones. This special introduced many elements that would be staples of the Grinch, like his green fur, and the iconic You're a Mean One song, You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch. The special became a big hit, earning critical praise from everyone for its animation and faithfulness to the source material, and has become a holiday classic alongside other holiday classics like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Frosty the Snowman. A decade later, in 1977, another Grinch special was released, this time being set in Halloween, called Halloween is Grinch Night. It's a prequel to the 1966 special. It's also known for that one scene in the third act. You all know what I mean. That one scene. Despite not being as well known as the Christmas one, it did manage to win an Emmy. A few years later, in 1982, the Grinch had another special, this time a crossover with another famous Dr. Seuss character, the Cat in the Hat, in The Grinch Grinches the Cat in the Hat. That title, dude, that title is just wow. In 1996, the Grinch made his first appearance in a television series in the Wildest World of Dr. Seuss, a puppet series made by the creators of the Muppets, the Jim Henson Company. In the year 2000, the Grinch got his first big screen debut, where here he is portrayed by Jim Carrey of the Mask and Sonic the Hedgehog fame, with makeup by the legendary Rick Baker, directed by Ron Howard, and produced by Imagine Entertainment. The film extended some parts to make it feel like a full film, like giving Cindy Lou Who a bigger role and adding new characters. While the film was mixed received upon release, it was a huge hit at the box office with $345.1 million, even earning an Oscar for Best Makeup. 18 years later, in 2018, another film was released, this time from Illumination, the same people behind the Minions and the Super Mario Bros. Movie. This was the second film from Illumination from a Dr. Seuss book, the first being The Lorax. Like before, it got mixed reviews, with most complaining for toning down the Grinch's nastiness, which is a big staple of the Grinch. Though the animation was praised, plus it not only became the highest grossing Christmas movie of all time, but also highest grossing Dr. Seuss movie with $512.9 million. And in 2022, a horror parody of the Grinch was released called The Mean One. To conclude, the Grinch is not only one of the most recognizable Dr. Seuss characters, but also one of the most iconic holiday characters of all time. As we can, welcome Christmas, welcome one and all.